This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 1250, Why Your Child's Health Starts With You, by Karges of crystalkarges.com. Hello, everybody. I am Greg Audino. I'm your host and narrator. Welcome back to ORD. Today, I'll be sharing a parenting post with you, as I always do on Thursdays and Fridays. This one is about what steps you can take as a parent to raise healthy children. And I believe the approach that Crystal takes can help us cultivate other good habits in our children as well. I'll elaborate on that at the end, though, in my commentary. For now, let's jump into the article and optimize your life. Why Your Child's Health Starts With You, by Karges of crystalkarges.com. As mothers, we are often able to do for our children what we cannot do for ourselves. No matter how many times you feel you may have failed in the past, mothers have an incredible, God-given strength when it comes to our children. In the midst of all of life's demands, we make it a point to take care of our children and their health. We get them to their doctor's appointments, make sure they brush their teeth, and worry if they're eating enough vegetables. We scour parenting books, blogs, and research to stay on top of the latest and greatest. But what if in the process of caring for our own children, we've neglected to take care for ourselves? Prioritizing self-care in motherhood. Learning to care for yourself in the trenches of motherhood is a complex thing. After all, there are tiny humans who rely on you completely. So it's easy to let your own needs go to the wayside. Mama, you are doing such a great job nurturing your children. Why is it difficult to give this same level of care and attention to yourself? For most women, it's counterintuitive to put self-care in front of the needs of loved ones, including children and spouses. Generally speaking, mothers are nurturers and givers, but this can easily become a situation where mom's own needs become neglected. While it might seem like this is just how things are and that there is little that can be done to change this is simply not the case. A mother who doesn't prioritize her own health and wellness risks damaging not only her own well-being, but the longevity of her own children and family. Mama, you are the gasoline that keeps this car or minivan running. If you're not taking care of your vehicle, everyone riding inside is going to suffer when it has a breakdown. Don't let yourself get to the point of a breakdown. You can do everything possible to keep your children healthy and thriving, but if taking care of yourself is not part of the equation, your efforts are nulled. In an effort to offer your best to your children, it's important to make taking care of yourself a priority. While self-care is an overused, trendy phase, in my opinion, I think it's important to reframe the ways you can care for yourself in a busy season of motherhood. What are life-giving activities that fill you up and bring you joy? What are ways that you can replenish yourself during a time where you are constantly pouring yourself out for others? Here are some ideas. Learn how to say no. Take an honest look at your schedule. What is filling your time that causes you to feel burned out or drained? What's on your calendar that doesn't bring you joy? Do yourself a favor and find a way to remove it. Your time is too precious to say yes to everything. Choose activities that help you thrive and learn to say no to things that don't. You deserve to eat too. For many moms, mealtime becomes eating whatever leftovers are available on your kids' plates while you simultaneously pick up the house and answer emails. Mama, if you're not nourishing your body well, your health will suffer. Your kids will be better eaters and understand the importance of taking time to feed themselves if they observe you doing it for yourself. Schedule a pause in your day to sit down at the table with your kids, eat your food, and enjoy the opportunity to feed your body well. Move your body in a way that feels good. For many women, exercise doesn't count for anything unless it involves burning a certain amount of calories. But where's the joy in that? You could choose activities and movement that you enjoy and don't dread doing. This can be anything from gardening to playing tag with your kids in the park to wearing your baby and taking a stroll around the neighborhood. Activity should serve your body, not feel punishing or burdening. Put yourself on the schedule. You schedule out important appointments for your kids and make time in your calendar for things that need to get done. Why not do the same for yourself? It's easy to feel guilty for taking time away from your family for things you enjoy, but ultimately, you will come back feeling refreshed. Make some time for things that you enjoy, even if it's only for a couple of hours every month. You deserve it, Mama. Quiet the diet for good. Women who continue to chronically diet will often have a chaotic relationship with food, struggle with body image, or even battle eating disorders. But that's not even the worst part. Mamas, if we don't put a stop to the cycle, dieting can become a generational problem, passing on problematic eating behaviors to our children. Cultivate a positive understanding of health and what it means to care for and nourish your body and your children. Diets not included. Helping your children grow into healthy, contributing individuals will naturally come when your own well-being is made a priority. Does this have to be perfect to be meaningful? The motherhood journey is never about perfection, but rather learning in the process and giving yourself grace upon grace along the way. You just listened to the post titled, Why Your Child's Health Starts With You by Crystal Karges of crystalkarges.com. ORD listeners, if you're here, then you're as excited as I am that mental health has a bigger presence these days, both on the global scale and in everyday conversation. And leading the charge is Noom Mood. Noom Mood guides you to mental wellness with a step-by-step approach, giving you the tools you need to tackle stressful events and feelings so you'll be empowered to take on whatever life throws at you. As for me, something I've been struggling with recently is a sort of existential anxiety and an existential grief too, just really putting a lot of energy towards how certain events impact the wholeness of my life and my identity. But Noom Mood has helped me to take things in stride a bit more and get more comfortable with just letting things be what they are and not having to overthink them in a way that frankly doesn't help me. And Noom can help you too, because you're bigger than your troubles, and Noom's behavior change experts know that. So start to worry less and feel happier by using Noom for just 10 minutes per day. Sign up for your trial at noom.com/ORD. That's NOOM.com/ORD to start your trial today. And thanks so much to Crystal for this post. Definitely a motivating piece for mothers and fathers alike, I'm sure. And I would say that just as health is something we'd like to see our children do well with, we can apply these same principles to any value that we want to exhibit to them. For example, if you want your children to grow up and be kind, how can you break kindness down into different subcategories the way that Crystal has with health, and then seek to exemplify them for your children? We're ultimately talking about setting a good example, which is such a meaningful part of parenting. You hear it come up over and over again. So use this episode not only to learn about how you can do that health-wise, but follow the same structure and let it help you with other important areas of life too. That's it for me today, though, everyone. Thanks a lot for listening to the end, and definitely come back tomorrow where we will have another parenting post, this time from Healthline. Looking forward to seeing you all there, where your optimal life awaits.